G'day there, Tony Fountain from Ray White Mittagong, and welcome to another edition of What's On in the Highlands this weekend. Long weekend coming up. Well, today I've got a sort of special couple of guests because Tony and Peter Bailey, Peter's father and mother, wonderful couple, great bloke Peter and his beautiful mother, were clients of mine, and they owned Milton Park, which is now, as you know, an upmarket hotel, but in those days it was the headquarters of King Ranch Australia, who, Pete, would have to have been the best marketers I've ever come across for stud stock in Australia, full stop. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So that's where the connection, just so tickled, Pete, to have you two on this. You can relax.
I can relax.
Yeah, everything's tickety-boo. Okay, so here we go. Long weekend in June, a little bit fresh up here at the moment, but that means you can drink plenty of coffee. So let's have a bit of a look around what's happening. First of all, pie time. Pies are going very well, and this is certainly the weather to be having them. We've got events on every day pretty much of the whole month. You can see that on the Pie Time website as well. At the St Mau's Winery on Saturday from 12:30 till 5, there's a degustation. That's the right word?
Yeah, degustation.
Yeah, got that right, eh? Long word. Yeah. Degustation luncheon out there at Exeter at St Mau's Winery. And then if you really want to have a great tour of the Highlands, there's the bike and trike tour. You ever been on a trike?
No.
Billy Connolly job.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
You sit in the back, and he takes you around, goes for an hour, and then you have a pie and a coffee at somewhere else.
Sounds great.
See, you learn.
We should learn.
You learn when you come on this show.
Yes.
Okay. So then we've this should be a cracker. It's a Jude's Church at Saturday tomorrow at 2 p.m. is the Australian Silent Film Festival. Buster Keating, and I mean, I'm too young to remember all that stuff, but I can tell you about it. Then for singing, at the Highlands Singers Mid-Year Concert is on at the Bowral Baptist Church. Churches get work here. Talk to God one day and sing to the world for the rest of them.
Yes.
That's on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Our markets, which as I've said before, are becoming very, very popular. The winter market is on at the Bowral School from 8 till 2 on Saturday. The Bowral Public Market is also on Saturday from 8 till 1. And then Robertson Markets are on Sunday from 9 till 2. Now, if you want to go back in history, in a beautiful part of the Highlands, it's out to Joadja. You ever been to Joadja?
No, never been there, mate.
Beautiful.
Is it?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's where all the Scottish miners came from.
That's right.
Yeah, to start off. Anyway, there's an open day out there on Sunday from 9 till 4. So this is a fascinating place where the old kerosene mines were.
Oh, okay. I've never been out there. I know it's out there.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And then, this is the Liaison Exotic Mushroom Tunnels. So you're not having sweet little mushies and go for a trip. But that's on Sunday from 10:30 till 12:30. But that's once again fascinating. That and the other mushrooms are in the old railway tunnels.
Oh, they're still going, are they?
Yeah, still going, yep. Yeah. So you can have a look at that from 10:30 till 2:30. And then real estate-wise, tomorrow from 10 till 11, I've got the open house. Oh, there's no house there, but farm open down at Marulan at Myruna. It's 6 k's north of Marulan. Terrific potential there for a block for someone with a lovely little horse property or whatever. But anyway, you get to there, stare at your neighbour and tell the world to get nicked. You've got to talk to my couple here a while ago about getting the equivalence of life, isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
And following on a couple of weeks ago, we've got this with the Red Shield appeal. So far, according to Lieutenant Jake and Eric, they've raised $38,000 locally for the Red Shield, with more money still coming in. So
fantastic.
That's been good. Been good. Righto, here we go. Tell us about the business team. It's Highlands Healing Connection.
Right.
Well, I started the Highlands Healing Connection 27 years ago with the hope that we'd bring the art into relationship with the science of healing.
Right.
There used to be the doctor who was the artist as well.
Okay.
He would be present for families. He would know all of the generations, and the healing process starts when the patient can trust the doctor.
Oh.
And so that's missing in the age of intellectualism. That's disappeared from medicine.
Yeah.
And we need to get back to that.
So, righto, it's pretty broad mission statement.
It is very broad mission.
It is.
Absolutely.
So how's the boy from Milton Park getting involved in firing people up for artists and well-being and all that?
I think, well, I've had a few mishaps in my life. Bypass and a couple of accidents, and I wanted to be able to give some back to people.
Yeah.
And so I decided I wanted to go and do healing work.
Yeah.
And the same gentleman who taught Tony taught me, and so I've been doing it ever since. It's fantastic to see the change in people.
Yep.
It changes people's lives.
It changes people's lives.
Yeah. It's amazing how the night before an operation like a bypass, you tend to think, if I'm alive, not inside a refrigerator tomorrow, I'm going to do something different, isn't it?
That's right.
Absolutely.
That wonders to concentrate the mind.
Exactly.
You're also a published author. So here we go, Interconnected Existence by Tony Murray. That's it. And from what I gather doing my research, that's been a very good seller. So
It's a small seller because at the moment it's to do with the evolutionary process, and the over title for this book, there are 5 of them.
Right.
This is the first. The over title is Where Do We Go From Here? And
that's
it's
a good
about the things
question.
that are happening in the world now.
Right.
When we look back at the evolutionary process, what's happening now and what is the potential for the future.
Well, car's heading for a brick wall at the moment, I think, but anyway.
It's not really. It's all very good. Actually, the thing, yes, because the old systems and the old authorities are losing the strength that was appropriate in the past, but it's not going to take us into the future. We have to become visionaries.
I can see this will be a great conversation over a bottle of red wine.
Red wine.
It's very deep and meaningful by the time we've got to the bottom of the bottle.
Absolutely.
Anyway, look, so if people want to become involved, how do they get in contact with you?
Through the Highlands Healing Connection.
Yes, but also we actually work out of the Regal Medical Centre
Oh,
for,
right.
for the massage work,
Oh, okay.
and that's where we work. And
You're just above our office.
yes, exactly right.
Yeah, so we can send them up to you to soothe them down. They come down and talk
Next
to me and don't get
door.
stressed.
Next door, not
Same level.
upstairs. Next same level, just next door to the Glass Cafe.
All right.
Yeah, we're just in there. And it's a great place. Really
It's a
good.
lovely medical practice because they also employ the art of healing.
Right. Excellent. Well, I can see we're going to have deep and meaningfuls over this whole subject.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Folks, heard the story from the bosses. Please get in contact with them at Highlands Health Connection.
Healing Connection.
Healing. Just seeing if you've been listening to me.
Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely. I'm checking on
Well,
you.
not stressed. Okay. Righto, folks. So that's it for this coming weekend. Look, it's a long weekend. The Beagles will be on the road with a little old me to go and hammer and tong, so please drive carefully. But if you're going to drive anywhere, come up the hill to the Southern Highlands. It's pie time, beautiful weather, and we'd love to see you. Thanks for viewing, and remember, as long as you've got a pulse, you're having a good day. Hooroo. And thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.